Hi there and welcome to your Xero dashboard. So when you're going to get paid for your work, you're going to need to add your clients into the system. Now there are ways that you can import any unpaid invoices should you so choose. It's actually hiding just down here. But let's just go from scratch and see what we can do. So firstly, in business, you're going to need to create an invoice that needs paying. Now, even if you've already been paid for this, you're going to need to create this invoice so you can track it. So your new invoice should go for new and go and start adding your client. Now I'm going to put a mythical one on here just to show you what it's going to do. So if I start adding Unicorn Cloud, you can see it's asking me to add it as a new contact. I can add in the issue date, I can add in the due date, it can automatically generate me an invoice number, I can put a reference on it. There are lots of things that I can automate and add in for descriptions here. That depends on you and what your business is to what should go in here. You can see you've got tax exclusive, inclusive and no tax. So dependent on what type of business you are, then that's what you can do here. Now it's important when you start adding your business that you actually save it, or it will disappear into the ether and you're going to have to start again. When you're ready, you can save and close it and hold it. You can preview it to see what it looks like, or you can approve and email it direct to the client. If you save and close it because you've already been paid for it, then you can actually just click this one and you'll see it to be able to reconcile it. That means matching it to anything that's come in through your bank. So when your feeds are set up, it will automatically pull in the bank. Now you can see you've got some tips and tricks, and there's some little videos that you can go through for all the changes. This is a good space to be if you want to go and learn a bit more. Depending on how hard you're going to make this work for you, then getting to understand it and know where everything is a good thing. You'll find you've got lots of things in your settings over here, and you can actually see further down. No, you can't, because it doesn't quite go that far. Hang on, let's see if we can move it over here. Yeah, literally just creeping in under here is something called HubDoc. I would highly recommend that you download HubDoc, go and find it on Google. It is free. It was bought out by Xero. It means if you do have any bills that you're paying out of your account, it's as simple as scanning it on your phone into the system to get it uploaded and get it matched. You'll also have setup in here, so all your organization details, users, the currencies that you're going to be working with. Now, if you're working with multiple currencies, that will make a change to how much you're paying. You can set your invoice settings, you can set your payment services, your email settings, and if you've added payroll, then great. You've also got your subscription and billing here. Make sure it matches what you need it to do. You've also got things to look at over here, and you can go over to your account and you can go through and change lots of things over here for your settings and your login, and adding on a multi-factor authentication thing is a really cool space to be. You don't really want to be hacked. So going back to home, you have quite a lot of things on here that you might want to look at. So you have your setups, you have your dashboard. So your dashboard gives you an overview of everything that is going on. You can see your bank statements and what's coming in, and reconciliation will show up here. If you've got invoices in the system that are matching your bank statements, then you will be able to match it directly. So I can see who this is for and what it is. I then need to go and match it. If I don't have anything in the system to match it, I need to create something and say what it is. So I would just go up to my invoices and add it. So I also know what this is in terms of VAT, where it's come from, and what category it should go in. Now I'll show you where these categories are in a second, but most of them are set up automatically. We just have a few extra ones. If you go to accounting and you scroll all the way down to chart of accounts, let's see if I can scroll down, then your chart of accounts is here. You can add any special categories and numbers for anything that you want onto here, and literally you're adding an account for it. You can also add your bank accounts here, and you can add any assets, liabilities, equity, expenses, all sorts of different things in here. I only use the chart of accounts on here, and obviously I've added the bank account. That means that I can match anything to any category and I can keep an eye on it. So this is where I'm going to add anything on here and put different VAT amounts for different things. Now many of these are going to be set up for you already, so you don't need to mess about with them, and some of them you can't change or remove and they're going to be locked. Just because you can't change them doesn't mean you have to use them. So there's quite a lot of things in there that you can deal with. You've also got your contacts, which is all your customers and all your suppliers. So you can add them in here either as you're doing it or in advance. It's your call. In terms of your business, you can see varying different things on here, from your business snapshot to a short-term cash flow. That is only based on the information that's gone into the system. You can create your payment links and online payments, so you can determine how your customers are paying you. If you're adding Stripe and you're adding PayPal, don't forget there will be charges involved with those. You can also create quotes on here, and you can add in bills that you're going to pay as well. If you scroll down, you'll also see you've got expense claims. If you add in products and services of something that you do all the time, that will save you time every time you create an invoice. So however you're going to use this, you can automate quite a lot of it. On your accounting, you will see that you've got account transactions. You can see aged payable summary of what's due, although you can see most of that on the front screen anyway. You can see a balance sheet, which is based on the information you have added, a profit or loss, and your VAT return. You can see ahead on your VAT return as well. So in the middle of a VAT period, you can actually see where you're at and what you're likely to owe. So it will actually give you that information, and from here I can post it automatically to get that straight in. On payroll, you can add your employees, timesheets, leave, pension filings, and it will automatically file from here on the day you want it to go. You can change your payroll settings at the bottom. Most of what's in here is relatively simple. You can also add apps from this section over here, and dependent on what you're doing, then different apps will work for you. We have A2X and Taxamate for eBay and Amazon. We have HubDoc on here, and there are lots of other apps dependent on the world that you're in. You can use all of them, none of them, whatever that works for you, but just keep it simple and just keep on top of it. You can see you've got your dashboard at the beginning, and it will show you money due in. It will show you where your bank account is looking and where your cash flow is. And you can see when you've got spikes. You can also see you need to reconcile certain items, and you can then see over here any draft invoices, anything awaiting payment, and anything overdue. You can set it up to automatically email, or you can do that manually. It does take a little bit of getting used to, but once you've realised where everything is, it's actually quite simple and straightforward. Hopefully that's helpful to you.